Have you ever felt numb, heavy, or swollen in your feet every morning without knowing why? It feels like the blood vessels are no longer circulating smoothly, as if something is silently blocking the blood flow to the tips of your toes. More importantly, you may not have any serious medical conditions, but you still experience these symptoms over and over again. So what is really going on? Many people do not know that part of the cause may come from the foods they eat every day. Not fried foods, sweets, or carbonated drinks, but foods that seem extremely healthy. You may have even been advised to eat more of these foods to supplement nutrients. But the truth is, some familiar vegetables, if eaten incorrectly or too often, can silently affect peripheral nerves and impede blood circulation to the limbs, especially the feet. Would you be surprised to know that there are 3 very popular vegetables, even considered superfoods, but can make the condition of numbness, swelling, or loss of sensation worse? The dangerous thing is these effects do not come immediately. They happen silently through each meal. Each day accumulates until you start to feel your body is no longer the same. In the next part, you will discover exactly 3 types of vegetables that are consumed by many people every day. But few people expect that they can be part of the cause of circulatory and neurological problems. And more importantly, you will know how to eat them properly, so as not to accidentally harm your body. We've often been taught that greens are the foundation of a healthy diet. And yes, most vegetables are great for your health. But there are exceptions. Some vegetables, when consumed in excess or in the wrong way, can make numbness, swelling, or poor circulation worse, especially for people with peripheral neuropathy, diabetes, or high blood pressure. Here are 3 common vegetables that are often mistakenly thought of as more is better, but in fact pose significant risks. 1. Swiss chard. This colorful vegetable is often called a superfood because it's rich in vitamins A, C, K, potassium, and fiber. But the downside of Swiss chard is its high oxalate content. Oxalate is a natural compound that can combine with calcium in the body to form crystals, putting pressure on the kidneys and affecting blood circulation. When blood does not circulate smoothly to the lower limbs, especially the feet, you may feel numbness, heaviness, or slight swelling when you wake up. In addition, Swiss chard is also high in vitamin K, a factor that can affect the effects of anticoagulants if you are using it. Eating too much of this vegetable, especially when eaten raw or lightly steamed, can cause the blood clotting process to be stronger, thereby obstructing blood flow to the limbs and aggravating the symptoms of numbness. Broccoli. There is no denying that broccoli is a rich source of vitamins and fiber, especially good for digestion and the immune system. But the problem arises when you eat it too often without rotating it with other vegetables. Broccoli is also rich in vitamin K, and like Swiss chard, this can be a double-edged sword for people on blood-thinning medications. Broccoli also contains glucosinolates, a group of compounds that can affect thyroid function when consumed in large doses, especially if eaten raw or undercooked. The thyroid plays an important role in regulating metabolism and blood circulation. If your thyroid is underactive, blood circulation can slow down, making you more likely to feel cold hands and feet, numbness, or aching in your extremities. 3. Spinach. Spinach is a nutritional icon, especially known for its high iron content. However, this vegetable is also one of the foods with the highest oxalate content. Like Swiss chard, the oxalate in spinach can crystallize with calcium, putting a strain on the excretory system and hindering blood flow, especially if your body does not metabolize oxalate well. Many people have experienced eating a lot of spinach in smoothies, salads, or soups, then noticed symptoms such as swollen feet, heaviness when moving, or numbness at night. If you are taking anticoagulant medication, the high vitamin K content in spinach is also a factor that cannot be ignored, because it can reduce the effectiveness of the medication, make the blood clot faster, leading to slow circulation and blockage in the limbs. So should you completely eliminate these vegetables? The answer is no. The important thing here is the dosage and preparation. Cooking thoroughly can help reduce the amount of oxalate in vegetables, and rotating the use of different types of vegetables during the week will help you benefit from a variety of nutrients without overloading any organ. If you are taking special medications, talk to your doctor or nutritionist about the appropriate amount of vitamin K to avoid affecting the effectiveness of treatment. In the next section, you will learn about 12 other foods, not green vegetables, but also silently affect the nerves and circulatory system. Many of them are familiar dishes that you may be using every day. If the 3 familiar vegetables above can aggravate numbness and poor circulation, the following list of foods are more frightening, silent enemies, because they are not only popular, but also present in many daily meals. The worrying thing is that their effects are often silent, not immediately obvious, causing many people to be subjective and continue to use them for a long time. Below are 12 foods divided into 3 main groups, helping you easily monitor and recognize the risks. Group 1. Fried, industrially processed foods, poisoning blood vessels every day. 1. Bacon. Bacon is not only rich in saturated fat, but also contains a very high amount of salt, a dangerous formula for those with circulatory problems. Salt causes the body to retain water, increases blood pressure, and puts pressure on blood vessel walls. As a result, blood circulation is difficult to reach the extremities, especially the feet, which are far from the heart and are easily affected by pressure changes. In addition, when fried at high temperatures, bacon also produces free radicals and harmful compounds, contributing to the inflammation process, a root cause of nerve damage. Industrial French fries. Not only are they a potential source of trans fat, but French fries from stores or frozen packages also contain reused frying oil, something your body can hardly process in a healthy way. Trans fat increases bad cholesterol, reduces good cholesterol, narrows the arteries, and leads to slow blood circulation. In addition, hidden sodium in seasonings also contributes to water retention, a typical factor leading to swelling in the feet and ankles. Frozen pizza. A seemingly simple pizza contains a series of harmful substances: salt from cheese, preservatives from the crust, saturated fat from sausage, and cold cuts. All resonate together to create an ideal environment for chronic inflammation and atherosclerosis, 2 important factors that reduce blood flow to the extremities. The result is numbness, tingling, and fatigue in the limbs that become more pronounced after each meal. Industrial ice cream. Not only cold, causing temporary vasoconstriction, but also rich in refined sugar and bad fats. Ice cream is a dessert that can cause more negative effects than you think. When blood sugar levels spike after eating ice cream, the nervous system and blood vessels have to endure a short-term chemical storm. If this condition persists, it can damage peripheral nerves and cause inflammation of the vascular endothelium, directly affecting blood circulation in the feet. Group 2. Fast and processed foods. Silent effects, accumulated over time. 5. Processed hamburgers. Unlike homemade burgers, frozen hamburgers, or hamburgers from fast food chains often use processed meat. Lots of preservatives, salt, and cheap oils. These ingredients make the blood thicker, increase the risk of inflammation, and damage nerves. The habit of eating fast, high-calorie, low-fiber foods also slows down the digestive process, affecting the body's metabolism and especially circulation to peripheral areas such as the feet. Instant noodles and packaged soups. A package of soup or instant noodles can contain up to 70% of the recommended daily salt intake. When you consume these foods regularly, your body will retain more water than usual, putting pressure on the cardiovascular system. As a result, your feet are prone to swelling, feeling heavy, and sometimes aching, especially at the end of the day. 7. Cake mixes. Ready-made cakes. Not only do they contain refined sugar with a high glycemic index, ready-made cakes also contain trans fats and additives to extend their shelf life. High sugar causes inflammation of the peripheral nervous system. Trans fats make blood circulation more difficult. Additives increase systemic inflammatory responses. Overall, this is a dangerous combo for those who already have symptoms of numb feet or poor circulation. White and refined breads. Soft, easy-to-eat white bread is a source of fast-absorbing starch, causing a rapid increase in blood sugar after eating. When sugar levels fluctuate, the nervous system must constantly regulate, gradually causing damage and reduced sensation in distant areas, such as the feet. At the same time, lack of fiber makes the blood sugar regulation process less effective, creating the premise for prolonged neuritis. Group 3. Sweets and drinks that disrupt neurometabolism. 9. Candies and processed sweets. Most candies today contain a lot of refined sugar and artificial colors, 2 things that irritate nerves and create a smoldering inflammatory reaction in the body. If you find your legs numb or heavy after meals with lots of candy, it is likely a sign that the peripheral nervous system is reacting to accumulated toxins. 10. Milk chocolate. Unlike dark chocolate, Milk chocolate contains a lot of sugar and saturated fat. This is an unfavorable combination for people with neurological or circulatory problems. Sugar causes blood sugar fluctuations, while bad fats contribute to narrowing the arteries, reducing blood flow to the limbs. Over time, you may notice a noticeable decrease in sensation in your feet after each consumption. Soda, regular and sugar-free, soda and diet soda. Sugar, phosphoric acid, artificial colors, and in a sugar-free version, artificial sweeteners like aspartame, all put a strain on the nervous system. Especially for people with diabetes or mild neurological disorders, soda can make symptoms worse after just a few hours. In addition, soda also causes loss of minerals, affecting the strength of blood vessels and nerve reflexes. Beer. The alcohol in beer causes immediate vasodilation, but then prolonged vasoconstriction. Along with that, beer causes dehydration, thickens the blood and hinders normal flow to the extremities. For regular beer drinkers, the possibility of developing alcoholic neuropathy is very real, with symptoms such as numbness in the legs, burning sensations, and reduced fine motor skill. In the next section, we will focus on the most practical thing: how to reverse these insidious effects through diet and lifestyle. There is no need to abstain completely, just know how to adjust. You can support the nervous system and blood vessels to function smoothly again. Now that you know what foods can secretly affect your nerves and circulation, the most important question is, what can you do today to improve your condition? The good news is that you don't have to completely eliminate all your favorite foods. The key is smart adjustments, from ingredient selection, preparation methods, to daily habits. First of all, if you are experiencing numbness, tingling, or swelling in your feet in the morning, start by reviewing your dinner. Foods that are high in salt, fried, or rich in refined starch should be limited in the evening, the time when the body prepares to rest and circulation slows down. Instead, prioritize foods that are easy to digest, low in salt, and rich in natural plants. For green vegetables, instead of focusing on eating the same types over and over again, such as Swiss chard, spinach, or broccoli, rotate them with lower oxalate, anti-inflammatory vegetables, the kale, colored greens, purple cabbage, spinach, or arugula. Also, cooking them thoroughly rather than eating them raw helps reduce oxalate levels, avoiding putting pressure on your kidneys and blood circulation. For starches, gradually switch from white bread and instant noodles to whole grains, brown rice, oatmeal, or whole grain bread with added flax, chia, or sunflower seeds. They not only stabilize blood sugar, but also provide fiber, an important factor in keeping your circulation and nervous system functioning properly. For drinks, instead of soft drinks and beer, choose water, herbal teas, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, or fresh vegetable juices, all of which naturally help fight inflammation, improve circulation, and detoxify the body. Finally, don't forget to exercise every day. A few stretches, a 15-20-minute walk after eating, or a foot massage before bed can make a big difference in stimulating blood flow to your extremities. With just a few small, consistent changes, you can help your body heal itself, gradually reduce numbness, and significantly improve your quality of life. Because sometimes, health doesn't come from big things, but from small daily meals. If you're looking for more specific instructions on a diet to help restore your peripheral nervous system, check out the video below, where we'll show you foods that actually help regenerate nerves, increase blood flow, and reduce numbness safely and naturally. Numbness in the feet, swelling, or a tingling sensation in the toes are not trivial phenomena, as many people think. They are signals that the body is trying to send you, early warnings that your circulatory and nervous systems are overloaded, silently damaged by the things you eat every day. Through the journey just now, you have clearly seen not only fried foods or sweets are harmful, but even seemingly harmless vegetables can put pressure on the body if used incorrectly. But instead of being afraid or eliminating everything completely, what you need is the right knowledge and reasonable adjustments. Start today, review what you are eating, listen to your body's reactions after each meal, and don't hesitate to make changes, even small steps. Every choice you make in the kitchen is an investment decision for your own long-term health. The body always gives signals. The question is whether you listen. And if you do, don't ignore it. Stay tuned for more in-depth content on how to restore peripheral nerves, reduce leg numbness, and improve circulation, because health is not a destination, it's a journey you actively take every day.